Welcome to PDQ Live. I just wanted to get that out before Tara could.
Jeez, a little eager today, are we?
Wow.
Well, she has it written down. She's like her intro and everything. And so I just wanted to beat her to it. She was totally planning on it. And then she closed my tab that now I've got to go find.
Well, that's amazing.
Yeah.
You know Drew writes that, right?
Oh, dang. Well, you just let out some of the, steam from myself.
You go.
That's cool.
You go, man.
Welcome to PDQ Live, everybody. I'm Brock. On the chair with us today, we've got the one and only Queen of Snark, Tara. I think you guys know her. Mm-hmm. How are you doing, Tara?
Great. How are you?
I am very sore. I made the mistake of going snowboarding with my son last night. And snowboarding in your 40s is its own special adventure. Yeah.
You feel old today?
Yeah. I mean, even I've been snowboarding for a long time, so not like crashing or anything like that, but it's just brutal on your body.
You're lucky you got both your ACLs.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They could just go at any minute, honestly. Yeah. But yeah, we've got a good show today, right? Got a lot going on.
We have a lot. We have a lot to cover. I think Kelly's going to start us off with an announcement, though.
As a matter of fact, I am. We have a very interesting, cool webinar coming up on January 22nd. Now, this is a virtual event. It features PDQ customers that kind of talk about their experience switching from Deploy and Inventory to Connect. So if you've been thinking about doing that, you might want to tune in because they'll have some tips and just kind of how it went for them. They'll be doing a live demo. There's a migration tool details. I'm going to put a link in the YouTube chat if you would like to register. Your link is right there. They're also giving away a big prize. Look at that. You see that?
Yeah.
You think it's a monitor.
Big is the right word.
It's actually the spaceship in there, fully functional.
Come win a spaceship.
No, you'll be able to win that monitor. So mark that on your calendar, January 22nd.
I hope you have a big desk. 49 inches.
It's huge.
That is a lot of real estate. That's a lot of spreadsheet you can get up on there.
And PowerPoint.
How many PowerPoints?
So, anyways, link is in the chat, right?
Yep.
Yeah, awesome. So, this week, what do we have?
Well, it's Patch Tuesday, which can only mean one other thing.
Package Wednesday?
Yes.
Yeah, let's go over them. Patch Tuesday. Hey, can we talk about this for a second? Because I don't know how to feel. We had, let me just pull it up. Let's see. No. We had 161 total exploits patched. And I'm confused. I don't know how to feel about this because it's like, on the one hand, you want to make sure that vulnerabilities are getting patched, right? Mm-hmm. You don't want just like exploits out there in the wild. So you're grateful that they're getting found and they're getting patched. But at the same time, 160, like, it just kind of like makes you think, how many are we not finding, right? And to compare this to like the previous years, the same time, January, I mean, you're looking at like, we've had anywhere from like 60, 80, 90, and then we just go and like double it. And then this is following last month, which was terrible for a December. December is usually a light month. Mm-hmm. And December was awful. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just like, I don't know if like AI is involved at all here, like in the tool and like bug, I'm not like into the bug bounty scene or anything like that. So I don't really follow that. But I wonder if they have just like newer AI tools that are like starting to find these things a lot easier. So a lot more coming out. I don't know. What are your guys' thoughts? But so some of the highlights we have CVE 2025-21298. Now this is kind of your standard email exploit. Mm-hmm. And this will happen that, if your user opens up an email or even if it shows up in the preview pane, you can be exploited to this. So Microsoft is taking some, fairly drastic steps. I wonder if anybody actually has it set this way, but they actually recommend rendering your email in plain text to avoid these types of exploits. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Keep going.
So that one, I mean, this pops up several times a year where these types of things. The scary thing with these ones is they're easy, right? They're low complexity, they're networked, and they rely on your user to just click on something. So the next one we had like 3 that were like 9.8s.
Oh, good.
Yeah. The next one we have was CVE 2025-21311. This was another 9.8. This one is involving NTLM v1, not v2. Microsoft, of course, recommends going through and installing the patch, but they also recommend just setting your group policy to essentially disable v1.
Okay.
So another big step there. Lastly, I'm not going to read these ones out. You can see these at the bottom of the screen. These were all involving Hyper-V, and we've had these a few times last year, and I'm wondering if this is going to be like the new print nightmare, where it's like we just have the same exploits for like 8 months straight before they finally get it figured out. But yeah, Hyper-V, it's an elevation of privilege. They can go on there with a guest account and eventually gain system access. So
That sounds terrifying.
yeah, so if you're a Hyper-V shop, definitely get that one installed. Yeah.
You're so calm.
I know.
You're like, nah, do it ASAP, but you're so calm
Well, to be fair,
about
I
it.
don't run the Hyper-V shop here, so, you know. Anyways, so Package Wednesday. I think we got some pretty cool stuff to go over there, right?
Yeah, we do have some good Package Wednesday stuff.
Look at that pretty new graphic, you
Yeah,
guys.
they created a new graphic. They didn't like my delivery man. I don't know why, but yeah. So we have this pretty new graphic and some new packages as of this week. We have Audacity, 64-bit, and this one, I love this one, DeBeaver,
Such a good name.
FreeCAD, K-Lite Codec Pack Mega, which sounds like a K-pop band. I swear, it really does. OBS Studio, thank you, Brock, on that one, and Shortcut.
Shotcut.
Shotcut, excuse me,
video editor.
Shotcut.
The full editor, yeah.
Yeah, it is. My bad on that one. Anyway, you now have access to all these fabulous new packages in the package library. There you go.
You know, if we're going to use that new artwork there, can we still just get a picture of Chad and just display it every time?
Yes, we can. We'll do that next month.
We need the librarian, right?
Yeah.
All right. We ready to talk laps?
I think we are. Are you guys ready to talk labs?
All right. We have 6 minutes. Set the timer. You ready? Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go 7 or 8. We can do it.
7 or 8. Okay. Now, don't forget, before I begin, we have many articles attached. A different webcast that is dedicated solely to laps. Go back and watch it. I'm going to give you the highlights very quickly. Are you ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Okay. I'm going to start. We're going to share, as I talk about this, can you screen share, you guys? Okay. This article that I obviously didn't write because I don't remember writing it. I think I blacked out. Okay. What is Labs and is it really new? No, it's not new. Local account password. I already forgot the acronym. Oh my God.
Administrator.
We're off to a
password
great
solution.
start. No, it's not new. But in April of 2023, they realized, hey, this is stored under attribute editor in plain text. So, that's kind of a security problem. Microsoft is like, why don't we go ahead and fix that, right?
Right.
So they decided to advance the AD schema. And when they did that, Deploy and Inventory were like, hey, you moved your cookie and we can't find it. So it broke. But that makes sense, right? That's why it broke, because it didn't know where to find the credentials.
Right. No, Microsoft made a change. They didn't
Yes.
really give a lot of people a heads up or anything else like that. So, yeah, it broke for us, so we had to quickly fix it.
Yeah. And quickly is probably kind of an understatement because we didn't, it took a little bit of time. So that's why it broke. So I talk about this in here. So it used to be an MSI. You don't have to do an MSI anymore. So I'm going to just kind of breeze over that. But again, go back and read through this part. So, okay, here's how you fix it. The hard part is the group policy and everything else. So I'm only going to talk about what's hard. The really easy part is how you add the password into DNI. So let's do the hard part. Okay, first up, the best practice recommendation is that you go in and you can delete it, but just unscope your old group policy for laps. Okay, just unscope it, put it in group policy objects. Just make sure it's not scoped in your environment. Okay, and then you're going to wait a few days just because group policy is group policy. Okay, just make sure it's unscoped. Now, best practice. I'm going to say best practice. And I did do this because I read that people have struggled with this. I do. I am a crazy person. You're going to want to create a new local administrative account and do it on one machine. Test one machine, right? You don't want to lock yourself out. Create a new one. It needs to be an administrator on the machine. That's important, okay? So you're going to do those two things first. Now you're going to log into your domain controller, and let's talk about what you need to do. Windows 10, 11, H2, Server 2019, 2022, that's what you need, okay? So go run every single update, okay? Oh, I thought they were talking to me. Then you're going to go and make sure that you have the newest ADMX templates. And here's how you know if you have the right one, because Microsoft is Microsoft. It's going to be as clear as mud. This is the confusing part. You will know that you have done it correctly and that you have the right ones when you see the new Lapse tab on the computer pane. Object, exactly.
Yeah, in Active Directory.
You'll see Lapse on there. And I'm going to show you in just a second, but that's success. Okay. So let's scroll down. And you can do this in order, but I'm going to tell you the order that makes the most sense. You're going to run these PowerShell commands. You need this.
And you wrote all these, right?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
No! Jordan wrote these. Or Andrew, but I think it was Jordan, but it might have been Andrew. So module, run this command in PowerShell. You need this new Lapse module, okay? Every single one of these commands is important and it does something different. I'm going to focus on these ones here in the bottom though, because these are important. So this AD computer self-permission expiration, this is giving specific AD domain users access to expire and see the Lapse password in that Active Directory pane, okay? And I'll show you what that looks like in just a second, but you need to run every single one of these. So pay attention to this part right here, okay? And then this is what we talked about. This is how I'm going to get the Lapse tab in Active Directory. Yeah. So yes, you need to do every single one of these. And this is just verbose telling you everything that it's doing. So scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. And this is what I just said. You want to set it for each OU that you want to have that Lapse password assigned to, each computer OU, right? We're talking about computer OUs now. So scroll down. Now, group policy. This is the part that took the longest. You can assign the group policy, and when I first did this, I literally worked on this for 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks. It took a week to finally trigger. I don't know why. And yeah, before you come at me, yes, of course I did the group policy force. It didn't care. It was like, I don't care what you say, lady. I'm doing it when I want to. So give yourself plenty of time to get this to go. It does take a little bit of time.
And that's kind of always the problem with Microsoft, right? Is that it just does stuff like, WSUS, that was the big issue with WSUS, is it just does stuff whenever it feels like.
Yeah, and you're not wrong, but I actually have my whole certification in group policy. I've never seen it take as long as this particular one did, and I don't actually know why it took so long. And I followed everything. I unscoped the old Lapse one. I deleted the old Lapse local account. Man, it just took forever. I just saw snark as a service, and I really like that.
That's what I was laughing.
I don't know what I said that was snarky, just me being a person. But yeah, give yourself time because this took a long time. Okay, I already talked about the new ADMX templates. So the old Lapse, and I don't know why Microsoft did this, honest to God, but the old one was in computer config policies admin template Lapse. The new one, and look, I put a little picture in here just to help everybody out. Instead of it being in the old location, it's in admin template system and then Lapse. So make sure you're making your group policy in the right location because this was confusing to me. Yeah. So I just made this picture so you could follow right along.
Yeah, especially because you just see that big in caps Lapse folder right there. And,
yeah.
You got to scroll past that, get down to system.
Exactly. Yeah. They left the old one in there. I'm like, Microsoft, why are you going to do that? Because it is confusing. You might think you're making it in the right place and you're not. So make sure you follow this trail because this is where we're going to make all our changes. So I'm in the right place. I'm in the new Lapse. So these are all the settings we're going to change, okay? And I called my user Barbie. I think I had just seen the Barbie movie. I don't know. Who knows why I do things.
Checks out.
But you're going to call it Laps. But remember, you can have multiple Laps accounts if you like. So if you want to have a different local account for different RUs, or you're a company that has multiple cities, you could have multiple Laps accounts if you wanted. So... Anyway, but these are local administrator accounts. So I'm going to go ahead and walk through all of these. This is where I specify the account. And that's why I was saying I want to do the local account first before I make the group policy, because I have to specify it right here, right? So here's my account, and I'm going to make sure these are enabled. Now, this is important when we're working with D&I. My backup directory is going to be Active Directory. You can specify Azure, but in this situation, I wouldn't, because we're using D&I. So this needs to be Active Directory. Then enable down here. This is where I'm going to say how long I want my password to expire. I can set this for a day. I can make this a 30 password length. You be as secure as you want. I'm sure Tim's going to pop up and say best practice is over 15. I probably should have set that.
Yeah.
What?
Please do.
I know. I probably should have set it for longer, but I think I just went with the default. But yeah, you can be as much as you want. And I'm just going to take a second to say, once you have this set up, you can go into Active Directory. And if you are in that group, or you can do it a group, or you can do it per user. I can go in Active Directory and I can expire the password at will if I want to.
Yeah.
As long as I have given myself permission with that PowerShell command we just talked about, I can expire the password. I can see the password if I need to log in as a Laps with the Laps credential.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's keep going. Here's what it looks like right here. I put a nice little picture in here so you can see it. It's just easier to show you this way than jump back and forth.
And there's all those options you were talking about, the expiry and the username, the password.
Exactly. Here's my Laps tab I was talking about. Rather than being an attribute editor, it's all right here.
Yeah.
So I would hit expire now if I want to expire. Why do I keep saying aspire? I don't know. What's going on?
And that's what you were talking about when you were saying when you expand the schema, that's what'll show up is that Laps tab.
This Laps tab right here. Okay, so that's the hard stuff. Now, when we do it in D&I, and we already talked about, did we talk about remote UAC?
Not
I can't
yet.
remember. Okay.
Nope.
The next thing you need to do, I think I have it open right here. Do I? Nope, that's you. Still you. Still you.
Those are all me.
Those
I think
are all
you. Were over
you.
on the left somewhere.
Was I over on the left? Okay, let's find mine. Where'd I go now, Brock? Here I am. Okay. When I say you might get this error, I actually mean you will get this error. You do need to turn off remote UAC for Laps to work in D&I. So here's this nice little document. Lucky for you, it's a one command to fix it in PowerShell. So follow this to turn that off. And look how easy it is. You can even do it right here. So we're just going to follow this. Bam, bam, bam. Yay. We love that. Then the next thing is, and I have it all on this blog. So all you need to do is follow this. And then let's click on this. Can you do click for me so I can click on it? I had all this open, but Brock hates me, so he closed it. Then right here, this is the easiest part, you guys. You just add the user. Look. Edit, option, edit, add Laps, domain, and then you're going to enter a regular user right here. You also need to change your scan user. Oh, I ran out of time, but how close was I? How close was I?
We're 4.5 over, but no, it's fine. It's fine.
Dang it!
It's all good.
No, it's fine. We expected
Dang
this.
it!
Also, I totally took the time away from Andrew, so it's fine.
Okay, so we didn't really care about Andrew. But you guys, I promise, the easiest part is adding the user in D&I. That part is super, super easy.
Yeah, just follow those instructions.
Yeah.
Breeze right through it.
Were there any questions that didn't get answered by chat that we need to go back and address?
I saw a couple in there. I think most of them got answered. Yeah, Laps can do unique passwords per machine. I mean, that's kind of the whole point of Laps, right? Is a solution for those local administrator passwords. So there was one other one. I don't remember what that one was.
You can do as many Laps accounts if you want Laps accounts as you want. If you want a unique one for every machine, you can, but it's just a matter of setting it up. but it's not unique per machine. If you just do one Laps account, it's unique per Laps account. But in theory, you could set one up per machine.
Is it not per machine?
That's a lot of work, I suppose. Well, it's encrypted, I guess, per machine, but you could go in and expire it every single day.
Yeah, the password is unique.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right. Would you guys like to meet?
I see a lot of concern about disabling the roam mute. Yeah, I know. Wayne, people are, I know as soon as I said that, people are going to be like, freak out. Yeah, it is just, but it's remote UAC only. I just want to point that out.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's valid.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we got an update on the PDQ community, right?
Brock, you know we do. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity here to speak with our lovely audience. I learned a lot about Laps, but yeah, it's community time. 2025, new things are happening in the community. If you've been around, check it out, discord.gg/PDQ. You might have noticed that this year we have something called PowerShell Wednesdays, and that is every single Wednesday this year. Maybe a couple exceptions. Pretty much every single Wednesday this year at 12 Mountain Time, 2 Eastern Time, we're going to be having a PowerShell meetup in the PDQ Discord. We've already had 2 with some amazing people attending. We got beginners, we got experts, and everyone in between. Look forward to catching you all there. There's events now. There's an events tab in Discord. You can RSVP to these on, and maybe Tara, while I keep talking, you can pull up discord.gg in the web browser or open up Discord app on the computer that you have. But it's not just PowerShell. PowerShell is great. We got that. We're also going to be having post-webcast AMA style stuff. So if a topic goes a little bit long, we want to keep talking, we'll take it to Discord afterwards. We'll have some more games, trivia, different opportunities to interact with, I don't know, maybe we'll do a product team AMA or something like that in the future. There's also, over time, our Discord has grown. So there's a bunch of channels now, which is amazing. But on the left, if you scroll to the very top, yeah, there's this thing called channels and roles. So as time's gone on, we've had to sort of implement some channels and roles. So if you're into PowerShell, there's some stuff, community events, YouTube webcast. Yeah, go back to that. Because this is what I want everyone to check out. If you get a chance, make sure that you're opting into things that are relevant to you. So if you have one of these products down there, make sure to select them. You can scroll down a little bit more on this main screen. And there are some additional roles. I'm considering, and I'm curious to hear from people in the community, I'm considering doing sort of geolocation-based groups. So if you were to be, let's say, in Florida, and you give yourself the Florida role, you would be in a private Florida channel to speak with other admins in Florida. Definitely open to some feedback as the year goes on. What else do we have, Tara? That's pretty much it.
Florida Man channel, please, just for fun.
Yeah, I can, Kelly.
Okay,
I can.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good. That's pretty much it. So very curious to hear from everybody. Love getting feedback. Discord.gg/PDQ. Let us know what you want to see this year. A lot of exciting opportunities to give away swag as well. We talked to the marketing leaders at B and we said, listen, we got to double down on the swag budget. We love giving stuff away. So stay tuned there if you are into PDQ swag, community, learning new things, getting support, all kinds of good stuff coming in 2025.
Yeah, definitely check it out. If you haven't checked out our Discord, it's amazing. And that PowerShell weekly PowerShell update, I mean, that's a really cool way to learn PowerShell.
Well, it's the place to be.
Oh, for sure. There's all sorts of stuff, chances to win swag in there. I mean, our Discord is really, really cool place to be.
Well, it's fun too.
And you're there? Brock's there? Tara's there?
Wait, Brock's there?
Kelly's there?
What?
Yeah.
I try to make my presence known.
Kelly, okay, what? Kelly reads everything I say? Oh, no.
I read everything.
Oh, no.
Absolutely everything.
Oh,
That's dangerous.
I've been saying some bad things in there. I need to stop, Andrew.
Your review is going to be so fun.
Andrew, you didn't tell me he was watching. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. It's all right, though.
Oh, we're in trouble
Not like
now.
he thought we were normal going into this, you know? He knows we're a little bit.
He knows we're in
fun.
trouble.
Oh, am I driving here?
You know what's really funny is because we've been in all these meetings and I've been like chatting with the customers because they're my peeps. I'm like, we're in a meeting right now. We're talking about you guys. I totally do that.
All right.
Yep.
I think we got one more segment, right?
It is time to shed a tear.
We are going to shed a tear. as many of you know, we just had CES, right? Consumer electronics
Show.
Yeah. Been around for a long time. I mean, CES is the place to be if you want to see maybe a glimpse of the future and a lot of like crazy stuff too, that will never ever make it mainstream. But so we went through and we actually found some of probably the highlights of CES, I think. And we wanted to rank some of these things. And while we're going through these, CES is huge. I mean, you're talking like hundreds or thousands of booths, thousands of products for sure that are getting shown off. So if you guys have like specific highlights that you want to bring up in chat, I would love to see those things as we go through our list, because there's only so much we could cover, right? So definitely, if you saw something at CES that amazed you or that you're looking forward to, let us know in the chat. But let's get started. We've got up first. How do you want to go through these? You just want to go left to right?
Yeah, let's talk about what they are.
All right. Here we have, I think people can kind of recognize this, especially since we probably got a bunch of computer nerds in here.
We do?
We do. And this is if anyone was watching, this might have been the biggest announcement, as the NVIDIA 50 series cards, right? For my gamers out there, let's get some hype.
Okay.
Because we're pretty excited. But there is a little bit of like concern about this because they're touting serious levels of performance. If you guys didn't hear, 4090 was the biggest graphics card on the market for several years. But then they came out and they said, hey, here's a 5070, which retails for like $550 compared to the 4090, which is like a $1,500 graphics card. But they're saying this 5070 has the same performance as a 4090, which is very bold claims. But, a lot of that is like AI generated stuff using DLSS 4 now with the 50 series card. So a lot of these are like AI generated frames where it's just kind of like not naturally rendered frames. They just kind of guess what the next frame is going to be and show it. So you get a higher frame rate. Anyways, I think it's pretty cool. I don't know if it's my favorite. Where do you think this should land? Maybe biggest flex.
Okay.
I mean, kind of flexing on their own products there, but I think that belongs. All right. Up next, we've got this. This is I want to say Arcade Go. I don't have my notes up in front of me. I should have pulled that up. This is an Atari handheld, like almost like a Steam Deck, but it's a little portable, like handheld gaming console. Yeah. Now this thing's cool because it has like all the cool like old Atari arcade games, and it also has the controls to match it. So like the little like mouse wheel ball, the little like trackpad thing for like Pong and things like that. So you've got all these old school games, and this thing only retails, I think they say the price point's gonna be like $150.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That
pretty
seems
attractive
good.
there. Just like hop in, play some games, put it away. Really cool. So favorite, most overhyped. What do you think?
That seems like a pretty good deal.
Yeah, I'm going to add that to a favorite.
Yes.
There, at that price point. All right, now this one.
What is this thing?
Yeah, can you pull this up for me, Kelly, the page on this one? Because this one.
What is it? Tell me what it is.
This is the salt
spoon thingy.
Now, this, if you haven't seen this was a spoon at CES. This is designed for people that are trying to cut their sodium intake.
Okay.
Now, how this works is like, hey, you're eating low sodium foods. Maybe you're missing out on some of the flavor because you don't have as much salt in there. So this spoon, you grab your soup, put it in your mouth, hit the button on this spoon, and it will electrocute you.
What?
Which is supposed to kind of give you that sensation of salt in your food and make it more flavorful.
Oh my God. No.
This thing is wild. I mean, you're literally, first of all, this is probably $100-something, for a spoon.
I love the taste of electricity.
Okay.
Right? And so then you're putting this thing in your mouth and you're waiting for a second before you got to leave it in there for a second, and you've got to wait for that charge to build up and basically electrocute you to get that flavor of salt.
I'm ready for Fruit Loops and Shock Spoon.
Oh my gosh.
Shockies are salty.
Oh,
Maybe we need to get one of these.
That's a
for the
WTF
webcast
for me.
to try out.
Yeah, that's a full WTF.
Full
I don't know.
WTF.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chat,
Did we start this so they can vote yet?
Oh, I don't know if they're voting on this one.
I don't
They're
know.
just
Do we have
putting
a
in.
poll?
I don't think we're doing this one live, but they're
Oh,
putting in
okay.
anything that they saw as well.
Sorry. Okay.
Like
sorry.
what Daniel says, just lick a 9-volt battery for $2.99.
Yeah.
That'll give
It's
you
a little
this.
acidic. You'll need an antacid after that.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right,
what's
this one's cool. This is the Lenovo laptop, or was it Lenovo? Or I think it's a ThinkPad.
It is Lenovo, yes.
Yeah. So this laptop, this thing's cool.
The ThinkBook Plus.
Yeah, this might, for the computer people out there, this one, like,
the
you know,
computer
there's,
people out
for years, we've been seeing these like crazy kind of like laptop, I don't know, crazy laptops that just don't seem very realistic. You have ones that like you open up the lid and then you've got two more screens that can fold out. This one has a bendable OLED that goes down into the base of the laptop. So what you do, you open it up, it's a 14-inch laptop, you hit a button and a motor starts up and the screen size actually grows. You can kind of see it on there. It goes from like 14 inches and it grows to like 17 point something inches. You're gaining almost like 700 pixels. I want to say 700 something pixels of real estate. So it's like, you know, you've got this smaller form factor, but you open this thing up and all of a sudden you've got this like massive screen in front of you. And I think I'm concerned because I'm like, you see this, how soon until that motor goes out? But it looks awesome.
For me, that's the most overhyped because it's
You think
Lenovo.
overhyped?
Oh yeah, I
Well,
hate Lenovo.
You're a
And-
Dell person.
What?
You're a Dell person.
Oh yeah, and also Lenovo is going to break immediately. It's $3,500 for me. That's most overhyped.
Yeah, so it is $3,500. I am concerned about the longevity of that motor and the bendable OLED. I think it's cool, but you know, we'll go with most overhyped for you. We'll take
Alex, the engineer, agrees with me.
So I did look into like their claims is that it's good, that motor raising and lowering it is good for like 20,000 open and closes.
Yeah.
So,
It feels like a flex too. Like, hey, look what we can do. Extend our screen.
And there's a lot of good naming potential there, but we won't go into it.
They could just be compensating.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
All
it's kind of weird. It just doesn't seem like that necessary.
Okay, Kelly, do you want to take this one?
Oh, this is
let's do
Kelly's.
the paint Paul.
I got to see if I can even
Webcam.
find that.
Was this made by Mark Rober?
It totally seems like something.
Yeah.
It seems like something that Mark
Yeah.
would do.
All right, hang on. I'm going to bring this one up because this is by far my favorite.
I think Kelly is already on the
This is
reservation list.
psycho.
Okay, so this is a security camera that takes security to a new level, which is just amazing. A lot of security cameras, you know, they have like sensing between animal or person. This actually will fire different types of paintball at the assailant. And there are multiple types of paintballs available. Let me see if I can find them. There's
Is there like the
there we
ghillie
go.
suits?
There we go. Look at
Yeah.
this. Yeah. So you've got paintballs that are. Oh, I passed
No, go back
it.
to the circles.
Go back. Yeah. All right. So you've got pepper spray paintballs right here. Different intensities. There's the empty projectile. There's this invisible one that hits them with paint that is only visible under a UV light. So you hit the assailant, the cops come, the guy says, "Hey, it wasn't me. I ain't got no paint on me." UV light, bam, there you go. There's also a white smoke ball, so you can be like Batman. And this one makes them vomit.
Kelly, they want it for outside their door, their office door.
Oh, that is perfect. That is perfect. I love this.
I think this goes
At
on our
first, I
favorite.
didn't think this was
I
for the
didn't
IT
either,
guy, but now,
I
yeah,
think it's perfect for IT.
it is the perfect IT guy gift.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I just love because, like, honestly, if I had a paintball turret shooting at me, you know, I wouldn't go onto your property. But they even had to take it a step further, where they're like, you know what, let's put some pepper spray in there and stuff like that. I'm like,
The smoke
Why
screen
not?
gets me. I love the
Yeah.
smoke screen idea because it's like, are you going to throw a smoke screen and then like you go confront them? They don't even know you're there. Like,
Yeah.
why would you smoke them out?
That's when your kung fu comes in handy.
That's right. And
Yeah.
you just use
Drop
the
'em.
ninja skills.
Plus, it's all smoke screens, so the cameras don't even know what happened, so
Yeah.
nobody can even come
no
after
evidence.
you. No evidence.
I can see some lawsuits coming from this.
yeah,
Like-
I hope this comes out, but I wonder if it'll be like one of those contests that never makes it just because
Yeah.
of legality.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, think about like you forget to disarm it and you get an overnight Amazon package and your Amazon delivery driver gets vomit bombed.
Vomit bomb.
Well, here's the great thing is you can set time frames. So this will only be active during these particular times.
Kelly's already
And
thought about it.
I have, and I've actually looked into this a little bit as well because from a legal perspective,
Such a
if they
Kelly
are
thing.
on your property, you're okay.
You
If they're
guys-
States,
off
yeah.
the property, then you got a problem.
You
But-
guys are thinking home. These guys are like, did you enter a ticket? Yes. Still paintball to the face.
I love that application. Well
Yeah.
done. Well
Okay.
Okay.
All right, next up, we got one that I really hope comes out, but I'm sure it'll be super pricey. This is Project Aerial, I think it's called. This is a gaming chair. I want to say it's by Razer.
I think I've got it. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I want to say this was by Razer. Yeah. So this thing's awesome because I'm one of those people that, like, when I'm sitting in an office chair, either I'm like super hot or I'm super cold. I'm like never just right. So this one has a built-in bladeless fan and can heat and cool the user. You kind of like set the temperature where you want it, and it'll just like keep you there all day. So this chair does like plug into a wall and stuff like that. So there are, maybe a little bit of a tripping hazard there. But I think this is awesome. I don't know if it'll ever come out. And if it does come out, I think it'll just be super expensive. I don't know.
That
Razer has a history of making stuff
like
that doesn't come out. But
Okay, what's next?
all right, these are the AR glasses.
Okay.
The X-Real 1 Pro, I think is what they're called.
Yes, it.
Did I get that right?
One Real Pro.
Okay.
You got
So
it.
these are awesome. These are, if you haven't seen these are augmented reality glasses. These kind of have been around for a while. Lots of companies have been making like different varieties of these things. These ones are just really cool. Like they work really well. What you can do is you just plug these into like a Steam Deck or something, and these become your display. And they can go from like having a 90-inch screen in front of you to having like 170-inch screen in front of you. Like you're in your own movie theater, and all you're doing is just wearing glasses, right? So you don't have to look at the people on the subway with you. You can just throw these glasses on and just be in your own little world. I think these are cool. There's no batteries or anything like that. You plug that in USB-C into your Steam Deck. And from what I've heard, like people are really like digging these things, and these are legit coming out. So I don't know. I think I've got to put these up in a favorite.
Yeah,
like they're expensive though. These things are going to retail for like $600.
Huh.
So
Because people suck.
For
Let's say
$850,
it
you can get a
that.
49-inch TV that's, or what is it? A 49-inch monitor that's curved. Like it's just
Yeah.
the same.
Okay.
all right, this is one I hope doesn't come out. This is one of the many robots. There was a lot of robots at CES that we're not going to highlight on here for obvious reasons. But
I was wondering why those bots didn't make it.
yeah,
Which robot is this? I'm trying to find the right. Go ahead.
this is a little sloth-looking furry robot.
It's the Yukai Mirumi.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Jake. Yeah, this thing, I mean, unfortunately, people are really digging this thing. So this is a robot that has like sloth-like arms, and you attach it to a handbag. You can strap it around your wrist. You can put it on a backpack, and it just goes with you. It doesn't do a whole lot. So what it does is it has sensors in it. It senses people around it, and it moves its head to like look at people.
What?
And then it can kind of react too. It can kind of be like, oh, I'm shy, and kind of like bury its head and stuff. So the company claims, we want to make people happy. So like the people around you will see it and it'll make them happier. We're just spreading cheer and joy and all that good stuff. I grew up in the days of Chucky, 1980s Chucky. I see this strange little thing looking at me and I'm just going to freak.
It's just Furbies
I
2.0.
was really hoping you told me it bit people or attacked them in some way. You had me until that.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it did something creepy.
Nope. Just sits there and looks at
I
you.
think it's creepier Furbies, honestly.
It is.
I like CM's idea. The kind of tribble. It's totally a tribble.
Yes, PS Noob, that's what I thought too. I thought it was going to do something.
Chucky the Sloth. Yeah, hopefully it's a lot slower than Chucky.
That's
Where do you put it?
overhyped. I don't know. Or maybe overhyped. For
Overhyped.
me.
Is it hyped? Like, is it?
So,
okay.
according
Getting hype?
to the people at CES, like blew up. Like
Oh,
they
then,
loved
okay.
it, and it's coming in at like $70, so it's somewhat attainable for people. I unfortunately see this thing actually happening and being a big thing.
Okay,
which
what do
is
I know
unfortunate.
then?
Yeah,
Well, you
but
put it where you want.
no, I'm totally down with most overhyped.
I
Kind
wanted
of-
to like
kind
give
of
you a dirty
WTF
look.
too.
Just change it a little bit. Like
That would be funny. All right, last two. We've got this small little tiny projector, and I wish I had the dimensions, but this thing, it looks like a soda can. This thing's awesome. Can go with you wherever. I don't know anybody that uses these though. They've been making these small portable projectors for a while. I don't know
this
anyone
is a
that
smart projector.
True. Yeah, I don't know how smart the other projectors were, but I do love the form factor there. It really comes down to these types of products. It comes down to how bright it can get and how quiet it can be, because you got to have fans in there cooling those bulbs down. So it kind of depends on those two things, but the form factor is pretty sweet, and to just be able to take this wherever you go and just have an awesome like display in front of you, a lot of potential there. What do you think?
Oh no, no.
Let's see.
Kelly loves his TVs.
We'll just do
yeah.
overhyped, WTF,
Looks like a speaker.
biggest flex. We'll go. There's nothing down here in the quirkiest smart
Okay.
home edition.
Mm-hmm.
I think we added this for the turret,
Yeah.
but I think we just all fell in love with it.
Just my favorite.
All right, last one. We've got these glasses. Tara, why don't you walk us through these glasses?
Okay.
I think you picked these out, right?
Yeah, I picked these out because I don't actually need readers, which is funny. You're going to laugh at me right now. But these are the only readers you'll ever need because they can adjust up and down. So,
I mean, with as much time as we spend on screens these days, I think we're all going to need a pair of these eventually.
yeah.
But yeah, these can you can adjust like everything, so you don't have to go out and get a new prescription as your eyes get worse and worse.
No.
You just adjust them and you're good to go.
Yeah,
So
or
just-
sometimes you're on your phone and you need a certain magnification, whereas on your computer, you don't. So these adjust up and down, which I thought they're like smart readers.
Yeah.
If you want to see what Brock looks like with him, just look at the guy on the screen.
Yeah, seriously. That is
It
Brock.
does look like Brock.
No wonder he likes it. He's pimping this one. It's his.
I mean, obviously it's a favorite of mine, so
I thought
I'm
those were the
already
coolest things.
rocking them.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought they
For
were
me,
cool.
that'd just be like every January 1st, I would just dial it
Dial it
up one more strength.
Another year older.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
You would not need to buy him ever again. So,
Yeah.
So,
do we
anyways,
have
those are
questions, by the way, Kelly? I saw some come in when I was talking forever, and I just want to actually clarify because I think I passed out for a moment there. Yes, the password is unique on all the computers
Yeah.
for labs. So
Yeah.
can I just clarify that? But do we have any other questions?
No, I think we're good. We have gone well over our allotted time.
We have.
Okay.
That's what happened when Josh isn't here, though. He keeps us on track.
He
and
keeps us on track. Yeah, we just
I do
ramble.
not do that.
We ramble.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to close this up?
Sure. Hey, for PDQ, thanks for joining us. I am Brock.
I'm Tara. Thanks, you guys.
Thanks for joining our webcast today. Do us a favor, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We would love that if you did. Also, leave us your comments. We love those as well. Join us on Discord here in just a few minutes for the after show, and we will see you back here next week. Bye-bye.